Hey Bobby, how you doing? Hey Kitty, hold on a second, guys. I gotta send my sister something. How you doing, Barbie? How you doing, Kitty? Just talking shit with my sister. She's in Boston right now. I had to keep her update with some stuff here at the house. Last time you did for me saying drama's coming, drama starts all week. They were in retrograde. Oh shit! See how spirit let you know and warned you before. I feel like sometimes when I read people, it's like a pre warning that spirit gives you to say, hey, be prepared for the bullshit. Yeah, what happened in your chat? Because I caught the end of it. Because when I came in there, I didn't see you like fuck anybody off or ban anybody. When I came in there, you were saying, "Oh shit, I gotta add Seba back," and I was like, "Oh fuck, what happened in there?" I missed. I was in and out of the chat because I was doing a whole heap of shit and trying to listen at the same time. Because those readings are long as shit. So by the time it gets like to Aquarius, I gotta like pop in and out and check. I come in around like Gemini time every time. It's like a thing. Yeah, I was telling you how to do it, but you were saying how you were on StreamYard. So I was like, yeah, you got to go to the YouTube thing. Because I used to have StreamYard too until they started getting expensive and being stupid. I don't trust StreamYard no more because I had a credit card linked to it to pay for it. And my the date I went the date credit card was on like the last date, and then you know how you get a credit card for like 3 years later, right? Like it's where like the expiry date. So those bastards must have typed in like because I just let it like run out, and I was like, fuck this, I ain't getting it again. And those bastards charged my new card without me even knowing because they must have typed in the last date. And I was like, I never authorized you bastards to take money off my card. And how the hell you know what date it is if I haven't even put it in? So after that day, I never really trusted StreamYard anymore. I was like, hell with you. I don't need StreamYard. Stick that shit up your ass. You ain't fucking me over. And they never apologized or anything. I just saw the credit come off my card because I had made so much noise about it. I had emailed them like 5 times. I'm like, take that shit off my card, you. Yeah. Well, there was another person in there called Revelations of God, and they were dissing your mods, and they didn't you guys didn't even see it. And I told the person, you must want to get blocked next, and they never spoke again, and they kept quiet. And I was like, you're lucky. I'll fucking delete your ass right now. Me, I don't put up with no bullshit comments, no nothing. If I'm a mod in somebody's room, I'm cleaning shop. Cause ain't no need for anybody to come in there with no negative bullshit if we're all happy and having a good time. The person's name was Revelations of God, and they were saying all mods do is ruin things, the followers for the person, and they said it like 3 times, and nobody must have caught on to it. And I was like, you guys don't see this fucking idiot in here talking shit? And I was like, damn, must be like troll day or something like that. So then I said, well, I know exactly what's going on. They're trying to get attention. I said, oh, well, let me give them some. So I said to them in the chat, you must be wanting to get blocked next. And after that, they didn't say anything because they probably didn't want to get blocked, right? And they didn't say to me, oh, I'm just joking or something. They didn't say anything. Well, that's why you have mods, right? But he was disrespecting your mods, and none of your mods like really said anything to him. And that's okay too. I mean, I don't care. Like he weren't disrespecting like you. He was disrespecting the mods indirectly. Like to me, he was because he was mentioning the mods and saying how all mods are useful for is this, and this. But he didn't say, hey, not you guys, because you guys are cool. So he was implying that the mods there were, idiots. But anyway. Oh, hey, Goodman, how you doing, bro? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. You too, man. Keep going. Hey, Tanya, how you doing, sweetheart? You good? But yeah, from every now and then, I don't know if you have your thing on subscribers mode, but I have mine on subscribers mode every day because I ain't putting up with no bullshit. And if you wait, if you wait for like a minute and come in here and I ban you, well, that's your dumbass for doing it. So, or you wait whatever I put up there. But now, like it's just they don't even bother with me because they know what time it is. They're just gonna get zapped. It's like no sense, and I'll diss them as well. So, which I know most people do anyway. You're not good. You're gonna get your purse. Yeah, sure, of course, I got time for you. Yeah, well, because you're doing it through StreamYard, as long as you have your YouTube live up at the same time, and then you just have like the tab there, you just click the tab up top. So that way you can go to it. Yeah, but if you do subscribers mode, they won't even bother with you because they ain't gonna wait that long. Even though it's a minute, they're probably staying there, and then they know they're gonna get zapped, so it's like kind of useless. So, but teach their own. I'm not here to tell nobody what to do on their pages, but I'm just letting people know what I do, and it works because nobody really, no real trolls come in here like that anyway. But if you do, you be prepared to get roasted, cooked, extra crispy. But apparently, you cooked the person. I didn't see it, but apparently, according to some of the people that were there, they said that you cooked them up. So that's good. I don't expect anything less from you. Kitty be like, bitch, don't interrupt me. You out of your fucking mind? You know who I am? I can see you now. Here comes the sun to burn your ass. Oh shit. It's not easy. We always gotta deal with fucking idiots every day. You said that's why your man don't want you. Yep, that's probably why that man didn't want him. Because they're a fucking idiot. It's not easy, but it's what you have to deal with. I mean, I DJ on TikTok and I get trolls in there too. Sometimes trolls come in there and there's no subscribers mode. It's open 24/7. It's like anybody can come in there. So my last two lives, a different person comes in there and says, "I'll give you $10 if you dance." And another person will come in there. "I'll give you $20 if you do a cartwheel or some bullshit like that." And I just ignore them. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't need your fucking money, and I'm not gonna do nothing to for anybody who says anything. I'm in there to play music. I just do my thing and I ignore everyone. I ignore most people in the chat anyway when I'm playing music. If I see somebody I know, I'll say hi or whatever, but that's about it. I don't really give a fuck what they're saying in there. Pretty much. Or I tell them that they're number one. Or I'll play a song to diss them. I got plenty of those. To be honest, I'm at the age and I'm at the mentality where I just don't care, you know. Someday if you catch me on a good day, I'll probably just delete you and just say, I'm not even gonna say anything. But if you catch me on a bad day, I feel sorry for you because I'm gonna cook you and burn you extra crispy. And you probably be like, whoops, I shouldn't have came in here. But I'm trying not to be that person, trying not to give things my energy. It's very hard, but sometimes, they get the best of us sometimes and we say some shit. Tanya, I got your donation, sweetheart. You can ask your question when you're ready. Yes, block and delete and F you, CK. Well, that's pretty much, I agree with you 100%. Sometimes we got, it's, yeah. But people do that shit and they don't, what the fuck? Why the hell is that? Didn't come up. What? It's my nephew probably fucking around. I don't know. Um, yeah, lovely ads, aren't they? I have to deal with them too. We have to share. If not, we're gonna have to pay YouTube not to see them. That ain't happening. It's bad enough they take more money from you already. All right, let's check, Tanya. Hmm. That's it's kind of weird. Of course, make it would help me at all. So she'll just put work on them and make it more difficult to work with them for me. All right. So what I'm getting is, if you were to ask your boss for help now, first of all, is your boss is a woman or a man? I can't remember, because I got two women and two men here, but the men are reversed. So if there is no men, then that makes sense because they're reversed. But I need to find out what I'm looking at here, because the way the cards came out, it's saying that she'll get you some help and she'll compromise with you and all that stuff. If she's a woman, then I would say she'll find, she'll find you some help and she'll give you help, and she knows that you really mean it and you're really sincere about it, and she has good intentions and thinks that you're, the right person for the job. Now, if there's a younger person and an older person that's there, you know, so if the other women there are, one's older and one's younger than you, then I would say they're both tricky, weak people, indecisive, immature. They're going to be like, hell no, I'm not taking on no more work, blah, 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 blah. So I feel like she's either probably going to give you a less workload or more time to deal with it, possibly. But I don't get nothing of her like saying something bad to you, or her like being, mean or telling you fuck you or whatever. But if there's like two other people there that are fucked up, then I would say that they're probably gonna say, hell no, they're not taking on no more work. But it seems like the boss is someone who's very fair and reasonable, and she'll find like a proper balance between you and everybody else. So, because I got the three of wands for you, and that means like, dealing with people all over the place, all over the world. If you deal with people like all over the state, all over the United States, or even people from abroad or something like that, when you're online remotely, then she looks at you as someone who is the only one that's actually doing good work, you know? But these other two people are useless. So to answer your question, and what I believe, what I see here is, she'll be reasonable with you, and she'll like, she'll be she'll be very sincere and knows that you mean well and knows that you're not bullshitting, and she'll find a way. But in other words, she can depend on these two other people. So she's probably going to give you like a less of a workload or more time to complete things, like, or she might take on some of it, or find someone to take on the work. So I don't think she's going to like be mean or tell you like, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Lucky, how you doing? So let me just check some more stuff here. Hold on a sec. Yeah, she'll give you less to do instead of a lot. She'll give you a less workload, and she'll like find a way to trick the other ones into doing it. So if she's the type of person that like, if she's the type of person, right, that will find a way to get the others to do shit, then it'll be fine, you know? So she's very self-reliant herself and has a lot of skill, and she knows that she has the confidence to make it happen. You know what I mean? If you were to tell her you need 48 hours, then I would say that she'll give you that. You know, she'll give you that. I feel like she's very reasonable, and she'll allow you to have some type of leeway, and she'll make sure that she puts up the proper balance between you and everyone else. So I would say it'll go well. I mean, she might tell you about, these other people that you already know that work with you being a pain in the ass. So, like, she knows about them already. And she's gonna, make sure that everything will be okay at the end. So, Tanya, it looks okay. It doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look bad as far as like her going against what you're asking for. She'll be fine. So yeah, Tanya, it looks fine. I don't see nothing bad. If you want me to check anything else, let me know or clarify anything. But as far as I can see, you know, she'll uh she'll find a way to make things happen. So if you're worried about her saying, no, and I can't do this and suck it up and whatever, she won't say that. I don't see that happen. I got her come up as the justice card, so that tells me she's going to be very fair and make sure you get what you want, and find a way to make everybody happy. If she's that type of person that, makes sure everybody finds a way to make you happy, then she's going to do it. Yeah. Yeah. Just tell her, like, look, this is a bit too much. Like, this is crazy. How the fuck am I supposed to keep up? You know, she'll be fine. And just tell her, like, that you need time, and, you've been dealing with a lot of shit and so forth. Yeah, exactly. Oh, at the end of the day, if you're in your camper, then you're good, you know. But that all depends on how long you want to be in there. Yeah, you're welcome, Tanya, and thank you too. I appreciate it. But I don't see nothing being, bad or anything. I just see bad people around you, like your coworkers. That's all I saw. But you and her were upright in the reading, so that means everything's good. That means you'll be fine. Yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. But remember, you can't do it all. There's limits to working. I mean, I can honestly say that the past year until now, that's what I've done. I've done everything I want to do. I've turned down work so I'm not overdoing it, because I overdid it all this time, and I'm not going to do that again. And ever since my dad died, I was like, see, my dad worked hard his whole fucking life for what? Pay bills, have a house, put his kids through school and college, and then look, now he's all fucked up and he's gonna die, and then everything that he worked hard for stays behind for everyone else to enjoy. So I say, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not gonna kill myself and overdo myself just to end up like him. But you know what? In spirit, he can enjoy it. And that's how you gotta look at it at the end of the day. I feel like he was at my at us at the house. I was with my mom. The past 2 nights I had dinner with my mom at her house. And my brother showed up both nights, and he sat his fucking lazy ass there and ate with us for free. like he always does, the biggest leech in the world. I can't stand him. And he doesn't help my mom at all. He just goes there and eats off of her and fucking does whatever. He's such a piece of shit. And seeing him again today aggravated the hell out of me. And I said to my mom, look, I'm gonna pick you up tomorrow and bring you here because I know he's not gonna be here. Fuck him. I don't want that guy around me. I know he's my brother and all that, but he's a dickhead. I don't like the fact that he goes to my mom's every day and aggravates her and all that shit. Fucking loser. I'm glad he goes down there every night to keep my mom company, and I'm glad it's only for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But she must be like super fed up dealing with his ass every day. I know she is, but she don't say nothing. Okay, Barbie, take care. Yes, get your beauty rest. Enjoy your night and your sleep. And I'll see you tomorrow. Yep, family. You could choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. Your family is always going to be your family. And I hear my dad in the background in my ears when I'm there. When I look at my brother, I just hear my dad's voice. He always says, "Ain't nobody gonna change." You know what sickens me the most is that him and my oldest sister, they got the inheritance, the same money we all got, and those bastards don't even help my parents. Nothing. My brother doesn't even say to my mom, "Hey, look, don't make food, mom. I'm gonna go get a pizza. We'll have a pizza. I'll pay for it." No fucking way. That cheap bastard, he's got that money and won't even do nothing. Won't even buy my mom shit. Nothing. He bought her a flashlight the other day. And he said, my mom said, oh, he bought it at this store. And I happened to be in the store a day later and it was like $7.99. Wow. You're amazing. You're an amazing son. You bought your mom a $7.99 fucking flashlight. You're an amazing son. Fucking asshole. Meanwhile, I fed my mom almost every other day of this week. Cook for her, bring food over, come have lunch with her, buy lunch. I never make her pay for shit. But that bastard, and my older sister took my mom to get a pedicure and something else, and then paid for her hair to get done, and then took her to lunch. So all these years, when you were off for midterm break, you never once said, hey, let me go pick up my mom and my dad and let me take them. You wait for my dad to die and then go to my mom once a month. And you go see my mom once a month. And before that, you ain't seen my parents for months before my dad died. And then they wonder why they had bad shit happen to them. But I don't know nothing. No. If anybody's right, my dad's right. He said to me plenty of times, he said, Mark, ain't nobody gonna change and ain't nothing gonna change. They're always gonna be that way. You can fuck them off. You can talk to them. And he's right. I fucked off my older sister years ago. She never changed. I fucked off my brother a couple years ago. Didn't make no difference. I told them about themselves and nothing. They went in this ear and came out that ear and came out here and came out their ass. And that's it. They don't care. It's just a bunch of idiots, man. And then you wonder why your life's so fucked up. Because you do bullshit. All right, Lucky, take care. But yeah, that's family for you. Family's always going to be that way. That's why I don't really associate with family or too many people. It makes me laugh how things happen. I was at the grocery store today by myself I went there to get my mom some stuff she wanted on my way there. On my way to my mom's, she said, "Can you stop at the grocery store and get me some bread and some drinks or whatever?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I saw somebody that I don't really like, and we had like some disagreements in the end. We never had a fight or anything, but we had some like verbal back and forth back in the day. We don't really like. I don't really like him anyway. So we're all older now. That shit happened like 20 years ago. And I saw him at the corner of my eyes. And I said, "Oh God, this fucking idiot." And you know what he did? It was the weirdest thing. I was in aisle 3 and he had a chance to go to aisle 1, but he said, "Nah, I'm going to go to aisle 3 and I'm going to stand right next to Mark until he recognizes me." He acted like I didn't see him. I saw him. And then he went and put his stuff on the thing, and I looked up and I looked at him. And he said, "Hey, Mark, how you doing, bro? Long time no see." I said, "Yeah, long time no see. How you doing?" And we fist bumped. And I said, "Yeah, same shit, different day. What can I say?" And I just paid for my groceries and I left. I was like, "Yeah, man, nice seeing you." And that was it. I told my sister about it in the beginning of my live when I was texting her. She laughed so much. She said, "You know why, right?" I said, "Yeah, I know. I know." Guilt catches up with a lot of people. Yeah, my mom and my sis and my nephews are the most important people to me right now. And my dad and Diamond was and still is in spirit, but it's all good though. Like I always say, what goes around comes around. Don't leave your hoe around. But as long as I take care of moms, I'm taking care of the house right now. It sucks being here, all by myself. I wish Diamond was here. I would feel a lot more better. But, it's cool. I got my spirit army around here on security mode, so I'm good. I got good neighbors, so I'm all right. I got you guys. I'm keeping occupied. That's why I'm here late, cause I was like, y'all stay up till like it's 12:35 now. I'm probably gonna go to sleep soon anyway. But yeah, same shit, different day. What can I do? What can we do? Yeah, I got you guys. Thank God, because I'd probably be like, just watching TV or doing absolutely nothing, moping, feeling irritated. But now that I go on TikTok every night and play music for like half an hour, 45 minutes, it feels good. I interact with other people there, some people in Bermuda. That's like my Bermuda outlet. A lot of my Bermudian friends and cousins and stuff are all in there watching me play music. I think that's why that guy spoke to me today, because he used to play music as well. And he probably saw me on TikTok and was like, let me see if I can squeeze some information out of Mark. No, no. He didn't ask me anything, but I know he was implying. He was trying to see if I would say something to him. I'm like, I know you watch me. You fucking idiots do. And I don't care. I just keep going on there and playing music and having a good time. Like it or leave it. I got every day, every time I go live, some of my old friends add me or follow me. So it's nice to have them all around and, people that know what I'm about. And so it's cool. It's nice having the time to actually do it. You know, everybody's away, so I just keep myself occupied. I feel bad for my friend that I get music from. He lost a very close friend. It's sad, man. She was young too. I think she was younger than 40. I don't really know. But I think she was younger than 40. I think she was in her 30s. He posted it up, and I was like, fuck, man. Seems like everybody I know, like they go through like close deaths, and it makes them like, oh, feel like how we feel. Ever since I've been through my dad's death and then Diamond right after, and all my friends and shit last year, and I hear you guys, and I do all this stuff, and I do mediumship and things like that. It's just crazy, man. Yeah, it is. It is sad, and I really wanted to get some music from him that I need, but it's not the right time for it. I just let him mourn, leave him alone. Yeah, when he's ready, he'll deal with me, cause I know what it's like. So I feel bad for him, especially when you like see the person all the time, or you had a special relationship with them, or they were a really good person. Sometimes when bad people die, you're like, good riddance, bastard. And then when good people die, you're like, no, this can't be. It's like, what the fuck? Or you lose somebody very close to you, you're like, no way, this can't be real. And like one of my best friends, his friend passed away last week. I know of him, but I don't know him personally, but I know of him. Like I saw his picture today. They had the funeral for him today, and a couple of my friends were there. But I don't really know him like that. But I know of him, and I was like fucking 40, 49, 48 years old, a year yet less than me. And I was like, this is fucking crazy. Another person that I know of in Bermuda. It's crazy, man. It's just so many people I mean, it's inevitable, right? But it takes a few people to die in a row that to like really, you know, like acknowledge the fact that when these people die and you don't know them, just imagine the people who do and how they feel. Yeah, exactly. I have decency and space for people like that. I always give everybody their space because I know what it's like. And even before my dad died, I always know what it's like because I talk to people that lost people because I'm the one who channels them through. So it's like, here we go again. The tears, the agony, I have to listen to both people, the spirit and the person. You know, it's a lot, man. It's crazy. But at the end of the day, like I tell everyone, now that I've been through it officially, I just know that life goes on. You have to keep going. You can't sit there and mourn them every fucking day. You can, and I know you will, and I know that you probably think about the person all the time, but you shouldn't. You should just like, I'm not saying move on, because especially if they're close to you, you can't really move on 100%. And you probably never will, but at the end of the day, move on to like knowing that it's okay to live your life without them, but technically you aren't. Technically, they're there right by your side in spirit. Now, the belief of that becomes delusional, mental, or positive or spiritual. You choose which one it's going to be. See what I mean? So, for instance, when I was at my mom and dad's house today eating dinner, and then my brother shows up and sits his dumb ass there and eats with us. The first thing I remember was my dad. The first thing I hear in my mind is my dad. The first person I think about is my dad. Because I know what he would say. I know exactly what he would say. He would say, Mark, don't say nothing. Just eat and go. That's all. Just leave it. You know how your mother is. You know how he is. You know ain't never nothing gonna change. Just eat your food and go, bro. That's all you gotta do. Don't say fucking nothing. Just do what you gotta do. I'm proud of myself because sometimes I want to say shit, but when I say shit, it's like I'm the bad person. And technically, I'm not. I'm just sick and tired of like, but I'm sick and tired of just stupid ass shit and stupid people and no common courtesy and that type of thing. But I have to always remember that now that I'm older, I remember that not everyone's gonna be like you. Not everybody's gonna have that common sense. Not everybody's gonna have decency. Not everybody's gonna be, considerate and loving and caring and kind and giving. A lot of people don't give shit. They don't give a shit. But there's not much giving going on. There's a lot of taking and greed. Anyway, on that note, I'm sick and tired of talking about stupid fucking people. But anyway, I'm gonna go get my ass to bed. It's almost 1:45. Actually, it is 1:45. It's 12:45. I'm gonna get my ass to sleep. It's been a long day, but at least I got some shit accomplished. So I'm happy. I did a little bit of work today, even though I didn't want to, but I did. It's poured rain like all day here, right up until like probably like 1 o'clock. And after that, it was okay. The weather ended up being okay. I got some work done, so that was good. I did some more electrical in the bathroom. Those guys didn't show up today. They were, one of them was sick. And I was like, yeah, sick in the fucking head. Anyway, you can't fix stupid, so yeah, that's how it goes. You're welcome, Tanya. Thanks for being here always. I appreciate you. And you'll be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. I know it's hard to be positive when you go through bullshit, but if I can do it, you can do it, we can do it. We just have to keep remembering our past loved ones and what they would say. All right, good night, sweetheart. Take care. Good seeing you. Shit, the end button's up here now. I keep forgetting.